Joe Johnson with the clock at 10. White side screen. Johnson from the elbow fires and fills it. Exactly. Both with terrific futures. There is a step back done for Joe Johnson.
My goodness.
Now, some might say his great days are behind him, but he's got plenty of good days still in front of him.
To him, perfect rhythm, and KCP was able to knock it down.
Nice play by Joe Johnson to Luol Deng for a close-in score. Luol Deng, top side three, and it's through.
Wow. Well, you know what? We've had an offensive second quarter. Fully capable.
Oh, yeah.
On the ball now.
Tobias with 2 free throws. Joe Johnson off the Whiteside, and the shot's right down the middle.
Okay, so he's made 2 of them now. So it's no accident.
Joe Johnson with a fall away. Just under 4 to play in the third. Pump fake. Joe Johnson missed the shot. Stanley Johnson fouls him. To Richardson, leaning Glasser goes. Deng with a rebound. Johnson gets a Haslam screen. Joe Johnson from in front fills it up, and a foul.
That was mean, George. Man, Joe Johnson.
That was some vintage Joe Johnson right there. Joe Johnson called for it. 2 on the 24. Here's a rainbow 3, and it's through. Nasty shot with Marcus Morris up in his face.
He's got a couple of nasty makes in this half.
Joe Johnson again, this time wide open, nails it. Stan Van Gundy's going to take a timeout with 5:26 to play.
Just what you could ill afford in this type of game, a possession game, George. So, in effect, a 7-point lead seems even bigger because points are so tough to come by right now.
Joe Johnson with the score. Joe Johnson against Marcus Morris. Gets him on his back, lobs it. Whiteside slams it. Put the heat on his back in the second half.
Well,
6 in the third and working on more in the fourth.
I remember when Paul Pierce was with New Jersey and then Washington, and he would say, this is why they brought me here. This is why they brought me here every time you make a big bucket.
Joe Johnson, time for the shot. Around and down for Joe Johnson. Joe Johnson all by himself. Turn, fires, fills it up. Well,
what are you going to do, George?
I have no further questions, Your Honor. 93-86 Miami. Double team on Wade. Joe Johnson in the corner for the rainbow 3. It's through. You almost can't let him have a shot. He has 15 here in the fourth. And Miami explodes thanks to Joe Johnson. They lead at 96-89. 46.5 seconds to play. Timeout at the Palace. Joe Johnson's 6 for 6 in the fourth. He scored 15. He will dribble out the clock. Both teams played hard.